Today we are going to be looking into TrustNG interview question. The question is why to use exception trust in TrustNG, or else how to handle exception in TrustNG. So today we are going to be looking into this interview question only. So finally you will be get answer for this question. Let's see. Now I'm going to be create one class file under TrustNG interview questions package. The class name is exception trust file. So here I'm going to be create two different method. The first method is public void equal string. This is one method. So inside method I'm going to be equal to strings, which is I'm implement asset concept. String A equal to Natasha, string B equal to tech. So this is the toString. So here I'm going to be put on asset equals comparing this toString. Okay, asset control space. You can import org.string. This is the right package for you are implementing asset equals. Okay, dot asset equals. So here I am equal to string, which is A and B. This is one method. Again I'm going to be create another method, which is public void string length file like. So here I'm going to be store three different string in string array. String equal to selenium, next is automation, next is bdd. So this is the three string I stored in string array. The string array name is sort. Okay, so here I'm going to be print all the string and I equal to using for loop. I equal to I less than string dot length and I plus plus. So here I'm going to be print string value, all string value s for I. So here I'm going to be put less than or equal to. So here you can notice one thing, this equal string, right? This A string and this B string should not match, right? Which means should not equal. So, but I'm using asset equals. The string length file, right? So here you can see 0, 1, 2, right? But 0, 1 and 2, I'm using condition is less than or equal to, right? So both methods should be failed only, right? Now I'm going to be create another one test method, run file. So here I given test annotation. So here I'm going to be called this to method and string length file. So now I'm going to be run this to method, which is I defined inside test method, right? So now I'm going to be run. It will be failed. So we know very well this first method should be failed only because this two string is not equal to one, but I'm putting asset condition. So that reason it will be terminated after this method. It will be available one method which is string length file. This method won't run. So for asset will terminate this execution. Now what I'm going to be do, I just copy. So here we are handling this exception. I just command it because I want to know what exception we are getting after running this method. So now I'm going to be run this one. So it will be getting array index out of exception, right? Now I'm going to be copy this one, paste it here. So here you can note it. The first method it will be get exception is assertion error. The second method we are getting array index out of bound exception. So here I'm created two method. The two method condition also failed only. So I know very well. So this two method should be failed only. But after running this two method, I'm going to be see in console past one only. This is the my accepted behavior. So for that case, what I'm going to be do, I'm going to be define an accepted exception. Now I'm going to be tell you in theoretical part. See, the accepted exception to validate while running the test case is mentioned using the accepted exception attribute value along with the test annotation. So here what I'm going to be do, after test annotation I'm going to be mention accepted exception, because now I'm going to be run this two method having exception. So after this exception also I'm going to be run and I'm going to be see the past result only in my console. So that reason I'm going to be implement this accepted exception. So now what I'm going to be do, accepted exception. So here what are the exception I'm going to be handled, assertion error and array index of bound exception. So now I'm going to be defined here assertion error dot class, and I'm going to be put array index out of bound exception. So have to put inside dot class. So here you can see the first method having exception is assertion error exception. The second method having array index out of bound exception. So already the accepted exception I defined in test method, right? So what happened now? Let's see. It will be show the past result only. See. So this is the use of accepted exception. If a interviewer asking question to you like how to handle exception in TestNG or else how to handle exception in test method, that time you can tell answer like using accepted exception I'm going to be handled exception. Next is you are going to be tell, so what are the exception I am facing while running the method, those exception I am going to be store inside accepted exception. So after running those exception method, I can see inside console output all the method will be run successfully. It will be showing failures count as 0. So this is the way you are going to be tell the answer. Okay. So here I'm going to be show you this is the syntax how we can store the exception inside accepted exception. Okay. So this is the best example I'm tell you. So you can refer this one. That time we can easily tell the answer for this question. Okay. Thank you guys.